Hello, hello. Welcome to the Captain vs. Dev stream. I'm Captain Marek and we're gonna play some Captain of Industry today. As you probably noticed, we have released a blog for the latest update. So if you haven't seen that, which is quite unlikely, but maybe just open up the Twitch or YouTube and see this random stream popping up. So if you're new to the game, head up to the Steam page or our webpage and read about what's coming up, because it's quite exciting. Captain Boba is not here. I saw her somewhere else. Maybe I can bring her later. I think she was eating some kind of a late breakfast. Yeah, and we are continuing today with our mission to remove the crater from the island. And this mission is going fairly well. As you can see, we're nearly at our captain office, which we might need to relocate today, actually, to not lose it. Because if we lose it, I think we lose the game. So, we have two big mining crews. One is working on this iron mine. Actually, this is two crews merged into one. So we have three crews, in fact. And we have this crew working on the per mine. We no longer needed the resources. We are self-sufficient in terms of contracts, so we're just jumping in the crater. So, no worries. Also, people have questioned about some specifics about update 3, so I'm probably not going to go too into specifics because there's too many things, and also things may change during the testing and balancing. So, governor's asking about the cost of the diamond reactor, and this is all subject to balancing, and this is probably not worth our time currently discussing it because it's might change. So I think those kind of balancing questions would be best to be answered while the testing version is running, and then probably it'll be best to try yourself and see and give us your feedback. But if you have any other generic questions about update 3 or whatever was published today, I'm happy to give some more information. As I'm saying, my voice is different today. I'm having cold. I'm not having cold, as I hope, at least. Maybe it's a little deeper today. I guess the weather. I'm not sure. But I'm feeling okay. I was not having any sickness, hopefully. Maybe it's coming up, It's definitely possible. JJ have a question about are we happy with the progress so far? I mean, progress on the update? We are certainly happy. I mean, it's going slowly, but surely, right? And as in ideal world, we would have all this done 3 months ago, but it turns out that lots of things have a lot of work. And I can tell you, I was working on the the asteroid impact code quite a bit, and that's still not completely done because there is, obviously we know that you guys are gonna be curious to drop your asteroids in weird places, let's put it that way, right? You can put it on top of this mountain, for example. What would happen then, right? You can put it in the ocean, you could put it in the crater, and in all those cases something sensible has to happen. And by sensible I mean if we had some kind of like a crater kind of height map, and we just kind of make the height map kind of materialize in the game, it would just abrupt and sharply in some ways, or it would look weird and unphysical, or it would summon much more material than it should be because maybe or it would be too deep. There's so many kind of weird things that we have to consider. So our goal for this is, I mean, not to make it necessarily physically accurate, but for example, for the asteroid, the material that comes with the asteroid, that's the new material, but anything on the island should kind of remain. You should not lose or gain any material. So for example, if you drop your asteroid on the Iron Mountain or Copper Mountain here, you would not necessarily lose any copper there. It will be just kind of splashed away, right, around, but it's not going to be lost. These guys are idle. Is that what we want? I don't think it's what we want. You guys keep working. No slacking allowed. Oh, something is not right. Wait a second. Oh, it's too deep. Something's still not right. Why is it making lower? Yeah. So that's, for example, the complexity, and by just making sure that the creator is not making or removing any material from the island. Some game developers or some other games would say, it doesn't matter. It's just, whatever. You disappear or summon some kind of material. But we just thought that some people make kind of careful accounting for their materials, and we don't want them just to disappear or appear randomly. So, asteroid will splash it around, but it shouldn't change the amount, at least not by much, maybe by a little bit. So that's for example, and I probably spent like a week, and it's still not completely done. A week on the code, it kind of like distributes it and makes it happen. So that's interesting. Hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy that. We were thinking really hard, and this has been on our mind for some time to kind of solve this, how to make mining with excavators kind of infinite in a way, but not to break not make mountains disappear automatically. Not make kind of mountains that you can never mine, for example, like, indefinite mountain that you can keep mining and it keeps falling down, for example. It feels kind of cheesy, but asteroid feel like a great mountain refresh mechanism. So yeah, I'm happy I can talk about it finally. It's been in the works for a while, as you can imagine. And hopefully you guys are gonna like it. It's obviously a crazy endgame tech, right? Before you reach rockets and before you reach space, you should still have plenty of materials. It's more like, is the mining infinite? And the current question is no. Once you run out of the island, you have to do contracts. But in update 3, the answer is yes. Mining is infinite. You can keep adding mountains through the space, right? It's quite nice. All right, let me go back to the game a little bit, because I was playing before the stream a little bit, and I realized there's some issues, and what bothers me and was bothering us last time was steel. And I was kind of thinking, steel doesn't matter too much, but then I saw this. Medical supplies 3. And this can actually fold our island. If sickness happens, we could lose people. And we're actually out completely. That's real bad. That's real bad. So I had to really, and the reason why this is happening is that steel is used in making of these products. Currently, actually, it's full, but it was not full for longest time. So we really have to make sure this is never gonna see. It's kind of, the belt was not all the way full. I think it started to be full when I have finished the research. Actually, we are all finished. We have 500 vehicles max. I paused the labs, no longer research, but. Steel. The problem with steel is that I had a road here. I removed the road, but I realized another block does not fit, like by one tile, which is unfortunate. However, I also noticed that our current setup is not exactly compressed. There's this one tile gap between each row, right? It's one tile gap here, here, here. And the reason I've done this is because I couldn't put 2 connectors next to each other. So I had to leave a gap here. This was just by design before, but if I were to flip it, I could have other connector there. So don't mirror it, right? Just keep it the same way. And that's why I tried it here, as you can see. And now you can see we are starting to gain space. So I have computed, if I have this compressed design, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these can fit. But currently I have only 8 pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can fit 2 more pairs without doing any, shenanigans with this wall and everything. It's just compress it a little bit, right? So it's a little bit of work. I have some unities to spare. I think I will choose to... maybe I can play a 1x speed to not go too crazy, but basically to remove maybe a couple blocks at a time and compress them and see what happens. So I have 2 already compressed, and I will... I'll do maybe those 2. Can you repay loans by crashing meteor on your... whoever was loaning you? That'd be cool. Yeah, only on your island. In fact, I can even destroy this. I don't need the splitters anymore. We used to have splitters for priority when we had the source of oxygen to come from 2 places, but now we have a single source of oxygen. So I'm just gonna destroy all those. Hopefully I'm not gonna misclick anywhere. To destroy all of these, I'm holding Control and Shift to use Unity and select the entire conveyor belt just to make it faster. Hopefully I'm not gonna misclick. If I misclick, it's gonna be unfortunate. And I have some pipes here. I need to reroute them. All right. Anything else? Here is this pipe. Oh, all these pipes. Yeah, all these pipes. I can throw in some concrete here, just to kind of make it nice. All right, and there's one more pipe here. You can see it. And now I was hoping if I can just grab this somehow, we can align ourselves using the last stage like this. Boom. Okay, so we need a connector here. We can arrange that. Everything else looks like it's connected. There's water, exhaust, oxygen. This looks all good. Now there's this exhaust coming off, which I will need to somehow replicate without... I think I can go through here. So I know there's a kind of mixing happening here because of the pipes are not completely full. Yeah, I can potentially... Well, let me remove these for now. That's gonna halt entire production. I think I can also do this. Yeah, I'm pausing here because I don't think I can survive without steel for too long. Yeah, the asteroid precision is really interesting. We were thinking that asteroid maybe there could be some kind of a, you know, when you choose a position, maybe there could be some kind of uncertainty a little bit. Maybe you can have a research to increase that certainty. So at start, you better place it somewhere far away, and as you progress, you can research more precision or something like that to make it more exciting. Because if it falls exactly where you wanted it, then it's like, okay, I mean, you can do that certainly, but maybe there could be a little bit of a random factor. Because I mean, in reality, right? Dropping asteroid precisely, that could be, quite complex, and And you know, few meters, or you know, 100 meters plus minus could be actually a good precision. So maybe it would be interesting. Okay, so what happens here? I'm looking at the exhaust pipes. So this pipe, where's this pipe coming from? It doesn't even have to go here, isn't it? Nothing is connected to it. You can just pipe it through a different location. Yeah, I think so. Let me double check. Yeah, this pipe is totally on its own. Oops, I clicked on something. Oh, okay, that was a furnace. Can I rebuild that? There's no Control Z. What happened here? Yeah, like this. Okay, good. We want to make Control Z, by the way. It's quite complex. It's kind of easy to support it for some operations, but it's quite hard to support it for other operations. And if you have it kind of partially, then you start relying on it, suddenly it doesn't work for something. It's tricky. It's tricky. We know that, but I think I'll start by deleting this one. Okay. Okay, so I'll take it probably somewhere here. Yes. I think I'll take it here. And I think we were connecting... Oh dear, what's going on here? Oh, it was here, I think. Oh yeah, it was totally... It was right here. Okay, so that's our previous exhaust. Connected. And there was this new exhaust. And I wonder if we can kind of make it a little nicer. And just come out from one of the ends. How can I connect it here? Doesn't want me to. Oh, I have different. My snapping is off. That would explain why I cannot snap. Oh, now I can snap. All right. Yes. Maybe just next to each other, right? Yeah, that would make most sense. Just to have both exhausts. Maybe I should have left a little space. Maybe I can actually... This one does not work. I was just thinking... Maybe this one... It was already building. Oh, okay. Let's try again. It's connected here. Oh, not through there. I was kind of hoping to kind of go somewhere here and then here. Okay, it's kind of... Okay. And then this one could go... Yeah, something like this, right? And then we can go... Just go here. I think that's good. Now I'll just have to swap. Oh, it's already building? Okay. Oh, this one too, I think. for the unity build it. All right, and I just have to swap directions on all these pipes, which is going to be a little tricky. They're all going to go to the left. And here they're already going to the left. All right. Now, do we have enough unity to build all this? Oh yeah, we do. That's good. Now you can see we already have a space of pretty much to one more block, but we need space for entire pair. So we need to keep going, and I think at the very end we can squeeze one more, actually one extra. This one is wait, is this one? Oh, there's extra space. Yeah, we have to delete everything. There's no, we can't reuse anything. All right, are these guys going? So I want to make sure. All right, let me check the chat. What are you guys gonna say about? Yeah, I might have messed up something here. We'll see. If something something folds, I'll be monitoring it closely. This furnace is not getting it's not getting input somehow. How did that happen? Somehow didn't connect. Just like that. All right. Not sure why would that be not connected, but now it's connected. Exhaust is being dispelled. Everything works fine. Exhaust from the other side should be fine as well. Yeah, it's all good. All right. Yeah, I cannot use update 3 in action for two reasons. One, I mean, it's unfinished. The second reason is that I mentioned before, our dev build, the saves are not compatible between each other yet, because we are still changing stuff quickly, and not keeping saves compatible enables us to keep good speed development. So if I were to build something in update currently, the next week I probably wouldn't be able to even load the save. So we could do it kind of like a one-off, but I feel that's a little bit of a, you know, not great use of time, basically. I would rather, yeah, I'd rather do it once everything is completely done, and at least when the update is, the saves are kind of stable. That's the most important part. So I'd say just wait a little bit, and maybe a month or so, and we can either do that, and I think by that time you're probably going to have also the version for testing if you guys want to try it out yourselves. I'm going to do the same trick that I did with the exhaust with Steam. I will remove this. I'll flip all these. I'm not sure if they're going to be enough. I might need to make the pipe thicker. Just like that. How much steam? 6 steam. Oh, that should be plenty for tier 2 pipe, I think. Actually, maybe I think it should be fine. Yeah, be 60, 120. Yeah, it should be fine. Did we decide on how FBRs are nerfed? Somewhat. I mean, there's multiple ways. I think we're not going to change the amount of steam is being consumed, produced, sorry. Steam and water and all those kind of inputs is fine. Maybe we're going to change the breeding ratio, and or we're going to change the cost of fuel to make it. So I think it's going to be just a more expensive fuel for processing to put it in, instead of making it weaker or something. So we are happy with its power. We are not happy with its resource consumption, which reminds me, I'm still running, this is now gone. I'm still running of my uranium from the early reactors, and it's been, I don't know, 1,000 years. So it's just too efficient for fuel, right? I haven't been processing fuel for thousands of years, just use 4 storages, and it's just not it's one little building here doing all the work, which is just not enough. So just more inputs. It's going to be needed. All right, I'm just going to check real quick how is our mining doing. So this episode actually wanted to also start planting trees. So while I'm working on those steel mills, I would also want to start planting trees, because all this has to be I would like to try and plant trees everywhere. So let me just quickly do that. It's forest, yeah, forestry tower. And I will make some kind of a tower responsible for, I'm not sure where should I make it. Maybe here. I can make a storage, big storage perhaps, for saplings. I would like the storage to be filled. Now, we can start in this corner, for example. We can just designate a bunch of trees. And let maybe 3, oh, not harvesters, sorry. I have only 2 unassigned planters. Actually, you might need to build some planters for this, which we are in luck because we can. Let's build 2 more planters. Actually, I will do it differently. I will use small storage here. Sapling. Actually, I think we just need small storage, but I need 2. The reason I need 2 is that one has to be import and one has to be, usable for the planters. If you build just one and put import, they're not gonna take it from it. I'll just do that. Yeah, they're gonna go and take them from far away. Oh yeah, from that particular storage. Okay. There's nothing closer, really? How about this one? Is it not available? I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is the reforestation, and also let's not forget about placing down more dirt. I'm looking around. I think last time I was placing it here. I think this is a perfect space to be done. All right. I think I will. Let's do that. Basically, have all of this flat. Flat with dirt. Oh, actually, not here. Not here. I cannot go to the other tower designation, otherwise they would dump rocks. I just want dirt only currently. Yes. And I will make a ramp here. Okay, now they can be dumping the dirt. All right, so trees are being planted. I have to quick deliver here because I don't have construction parts 1 accessible by trucks, I think, at this point. Now I can do maybe 2 more blocks. This. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's necessary. At least, I mean, it's not necessary. I could have expanded somewhere on the other side, but I felt that making a little cleanup here, a little compression, cannot hurt. Especially when we have such a nice tileable design. It also cleans it up considerably because I'm using these extra pipes and extra balancers, which I don't no longer need. Oh, come on. This has to be quickly rebuilt. I don't lose production capacity. Alright, that's all clean. I can clean up this one temporarily. Hopefully I'm not gonna forget. Okay. There's this connector. I can upgrade this as well, I think. Oh, there's one more here. I can see the connector here. Extra connector. And now, if everything goes well, I can just copy this design. I'm copying one more to kind of align it with it. This is the correct alignment, and I'm holding Shift to be able to paste it twice. With this one, right? And yeah, I can squeeze one more just yet. I'll actually unpause it without using Unity because I'm getting quite low. I think building is little... I think trucks can do that, especially for the big buildings. It'll be quite fast delivering products. Right. I'll wait. I'm not gonna overextend, even though this one is now blocked. Do this for now. Let's see how fast trucks can deliver here, if they can deliver at all. They can deliver at least partially. Maybe I can make a roll ramp temporarily. Or there. Yeah, here. You can drive up here to this area. Alright, I think we have made our tree planters. I can assign... Oh no. Oh, I made diesel ones? Oh no. I always made a mistake. Okay, let's convert these guys into hydrogen tree planter. Please. Oh, they're on top of each other. You guys both go convert. I think if I assign them now, they should be still able to do their job. Yeah. Right. This is being built at a good pace. Let me check some questions in the meantime. Yeah, people still, I'm seeing lots of discussion about train versus belts. I think, and I mentioned it, Philip mentioned it in the blog post as well, that the biggest advantage is the network effect, right? That when you have a train network and you connect a station to it, suddenly you can go with trains to any place in the network, right? So if I need a new conveyor belt here and I need a new iron ore, I have to go all the way to the iron ore source to get it if I need more throughput. With trains, I just connect the network and build 2 trains and I'm done. So it's, I think that's the biggest benefit. What's going on here? Oh, trucks cannot reach it. That's all right. Right, so that's the biggest benefit of trains and throughput, I mean, that's all subject to balance, obviously. But I think we're gonna make it so that trains will be obviously competitive with conveyor belts to some, medium to long distance. Obviously, if you have a short distance, doing conveyor belts is faster. But if you have, I think, I was saying it here last time. For example, here, if I'm doing belts from here all the way to there, I think that seems like a distance where trains should be already, competing with belts quite a lot. This seems like a distance that this is very long belt already. Maybe from here to here, that's gonna be still better to do belts. This is not that far. From here, all the way here, I feel that trains should be already winning. And also, belts, building one more belt. Here I have 8 belts, which by the way are not running. Why they're not running? What's going on here? I have too much copper, huh? Oh man. Would you guys mine something else than copper? Too much copper. Maybe I can put a few belts to be copper belts. That might be an interesting idea, actually. How did I connect it? It's like half and half. Okay, so it's all the left ones are going to the one storage. Oh man, this is gonna be not easy. I was thinking if I can switch to copper. Maybe I could. Maybe if I pause these 4 belts, then I do this to be a copper. So A is no longer gonna be... Let's put copper on the belt. And then it's gonna be this one, right? And then this one. This should lead to one storage, which will be this one, hopefully. We'll see. All right. Copper ore be right here. I can at least utilize the capacity. Of this conveyor belt highway. I'm sure now it's going to clunk up with rocks. So I guess they have half and half, so that's all right. Half clogged up with copper, half with rock. We built more trucks. How many more we could build? I think we could build more. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's do a bunch of old trucks here. Yeah, so with the trains, I'm really thinking that it's gonna be a good addition to conveyor belts. They shouldn't be competing too much because I think it should be obvious that short distances and complex kind of like manifold designs, obviously, conveyor belts are superior. But then longer distances and higher throughputs, trains should be superior. And honestly, it should be even easier to connect. Sometimes the conveyor belts are quite hard to connect. Hailstorm is asking how long have you been working for COI from the original idea? Well, the original idea was actually quite different than what we have right now. Oh, something is wrong here. Oxygen? Oh. I'll answer your question soon. I'm just gonna have to copy this connector here to not break my factory. Yeah, Captain of Industry has not been designed like this from the very start. It's been a completely different game. But it's kind of evolved over time to be this. So if you count the initial ideas which were actually not looking like this, it was not even being called Captain of Industry back then. I think it's been over 10 years now. if you talk about how it's been looking, well, it's been a kind of smooth transition from, it used to be like a 2D game. It used to be more like a manager style of a game where you kind of have like a bunch of tables and you just kind of manage your factory from tables, and then we keep adding, oh, table is boring, let's add a little bit of a graphics. So we added that, and then eventually kind of it became like a 3D game factory thing. So that's less, but I mean the initial kind of work started more than 10 years ago. Exempt is asking about train update when. Exempt, have you seen our blog lately? If you haven't, you might be in for a treat. I appreciate you stopping by for stream, but we published a big announcement yesterday with the release date. So I can spoil it for you that the release date is 20th of May. And you might also be delighted to read about all the new endgame features that we are planning to include. So feel free to head on, I think on Steam probably easiest to read, or on blog, captainofindustry.com, or if you just search Captain of Industry Update 3 probably on Google or something, you should be able to find it. Alright, exhaust is still not working here. Interestingly enough, the last time everything connected perfectly. This time it didn't. I'm not sure why. The exhaust, it looks connected. Why is it not? Something is still not flipped. It's all full. Oh, it's all full. Did that much exhaust actually? Oh, it might be actually. It might be that much exhaust. Wait a second, let's do a little math. So one of these is 36 plus 6. So 36 is 42. 450 divided by 42. Oh, it is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I see. So after 10, we have to have a new pipe. That's very interesting. Maybe that's why I had the 2 pipes there. Okay, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's exactly half, I think. That's actually perfect. That's perfect because I will just flip all those connections to the other side and connect it from the other side, I think. Here I'll have to go all the way here, I think. This would be nice for our trucks. Here we have to somehow connect it. Might be a little tricky because it's all full. There's no more space for input. Oh, that's funny. Okay. How do I connect it in? Maybe I can just try to kind of distribute it by connecting a little bit here, a little bit here. I can hope that it's going to be enough. Okay, hopefully this is going to resume our steel production, which has been halted for a little bit. Looks like it. Looks like it's resuming. Yes. Okay, so I think I will... That's a faster way. How to get rid of these. Yeah, I can do it here too. Oh yeah. Here I cannot go under, so I have to do one by one. All right, that looks clean. I just have to extend all the way to the end. All of them basically, just to make sure. Just extend all of them. I think I need to remove this ramp just to make sure everything fits properly all the way to the end. Just like that. You can think about these. Oh, actually 13 Unity. Oh no. Okay, so that's everything else has to be built by trucks then. I have no more Unity to spare for quick building. Alright, so once we built these 2 blocks, it should be the capacity we had before. So now this is the extra, which is the most satisfying, like 1 and 2 extra. Boom. Very nice. And there was something here that there was, oh, it was 1 off. Okay. All right. It did not work well. I can see I have messed up the drawings as well. Pasted too close. Is that right? That's gonna be a little annoying. I think I have to clean up this. Oh yeah, I've destroyed a little bit too much here, but I think I can save that by canceling the destruction since I have paused the game smartly. Saving all that pieces. And pause everything. Okay, let me save those pieces. It was kind of like partially built from the Unity build and I destroyed it, so only pieces survived. Let me fix that with our remaining Unity. Yeah, one more missing here. Not sure what was wrong before. I think I messed up by 1. And unpause all this. All right, let's try it again. Is this all correct? I think I'm also missing the oxygen here for some reason. All right, let's try it again. Yeah, I think I'll also copy this. I should have actually used the lines on the concrete should have been my guide. Oops, that was a misclick. Should have used those as a guide. Now I lost 9. All right. Let's try it again. This way, right? Yes. This way. And this way. All right. Oh no, there's one more. What happened here? Same thing. What happened? I was doing exactly the same thing as before. And again, I made exactly the same error by placing it. Huh? That's so strange. How could that happen? Did I mess up earlier? So my copy pasting is no longer working? I don't know, you guys. This is surely too close, right? Maybe I can just do quickly this. Now that everything is built. Not sure what happened, really. This way then. And then this way. Huh? This works. Of course, I messed up the concrete again. I think this works. All right. Let's do that. And actually, this one was not necessary. Yeah, I have lots of unnecessary connections here as well. We'll see how it works. I'm sure there's going to be some missing pipes because this was a little mess. Well, that's what it is. It's a live stream. If it was pre-recorded video, I would cut this all up, but it's not. Yeah, I made some mistake. That's all good now. There's this extra connector. Because of this, I can upgrade it. Now it's good. I think again my decorations are not right at the end. Just like that. Much better. I actually had the double little thing once I was pasting it. Those double. Can I copy it easily? This double. Double line there, right? So it's symmetric. Now I'm noticing there's some. Yeah. I think during the pasting I messed up, but it's all good now. All right, let's try to save our steel production. We have no unity to spare, but hopefully we have trucks to have them deliver everything as quickly as possible. I wonder if I need to make a bridge here. I can just do it for... They can arrive as close as possible to those guys. I'm sure I'm going to be missing some oxygen pipes. Actually, oxygen looks fine. Maybe over here. Oh, there's actually a bunch of missing these. Alright, so this is actually increasing steel production from... And we used to have 8 blocks, now we have 10 blocks. That's quite a significant increase. Hopefully that will solve our steel issues. We're actually having now even mechanical parts issues, which is our maintenance, which is important. So hopefully we'll see this finished soon. Maybe we'll hit some input material problems. I don't even have to build one conveyor belt. Nice. Yeah. Oh, here actually, I can see that. Yeah, we'll see. There might be a missing few pieces here and there. We have to visually check everything is working properly. Enough unity, that's fine. I think our rock mine on the world map has such a low priority for unity. It's going to be the first one that's not going to work. Maybe priority 12. Yeah. So it's all right. Maybe we should have actually stopped the rock mine to do this construction using unity. That would be a smart move. Hey, rock can never stop flowing, right? We are flowing our rocks. This entire bulge was delivered from the rock mine. There's nothing else here except the rock mine, and it's doing fairly well. How's our tree planting going? Doing pretty well. I think a fuel station is something that probably would help the harvesters to... Oh no, actually the trucks deliver. That's fine then. Fuel stations will serve them. What are you guys doing here? Going for saplings, perhaps? You have sapling storage right here. Yeah, done cut actually. It doesn't matter, there's no harvesters assigned, but maybe some unassigned harvesters could be eager to cut these. Yeah, we might need to kind of expand this operation a little bit. Just to make sure we are reforesting at a good rate. So I can maybe assign to here and to here. Yeah, rock mine is what I was thinking. Rock mine is the one without unity. That's a problem. All right, so what's going on here? We have no... Yeah, these connectors didn't build, huh? Same as before. That's so strange. You can just get the connector here to copy paste. Oh, I think as I pasted the mistake, There are some extra connectors. Oh, I don't know even. Oh yeah, there's some extra belts here. They're not supposed to be here even. Oh yeah, and there's one more. Sitting right here. And there is one more belt right here. And right here. Yeah, that's from when I was pasting incorrectly, I think. A bunch of these extra belts showed up. Alright. Then you have too much exhaust. That's because there's missing exhaust pipe, of course there is. Okay. What else? Here we are missing also exhaust. There must be a missing pipe somewhere as well. Right here. Oh, those single pipe segments. Dangerous. Alright, now we are hooking. We're just asking if we have T4 belts or pipes. So actually I think tier 4 pipes would be in update 3. We decided that the tier 4 pipe is something that is probably worth it because not everything can be transported by train, for example like exhaust or steam. So I think it's safe. There's water missing here. Oh, it was not connected as I wanted it. Oh man, this is gonna be... I think it's not right here. Oh, there's extra water pipe. Let's see that. Yeah, tier 4 pipe. I think that's confirmed. Tier 4 belt, we are not too keen on that. I think we'd rather you use trains for any larger, throughputs. Or some, just build more belts. I think it's more belts is also fair. When you really need a big throughput. So I think that's the stance currently. It can change in the future. If in the future we realize that tier 4 belts something we need, we can think about it. There are some technical issues with we don't really like having those like super fast belts when things are just flying off in the corners because it's just unphysically too fast. So that's one of the reasons. Also, we don't want to do crazy fast belts because it's just not too realistic, basically. I think I have the oxygen need to be flowing. The oxygen not connected here, I believe. Can we do connector? Be easier. I just get connector somewhere here. Just the connector, please. I'm copying the decorations with it. Yes, just like that. Alright, what else is missing here? Oh, there's actually a bunch of connectors missing. I can see that. Alright. right, let's copy the connector. Yeah, my copy paste was supposed to be so simple and easy, and it actually backfired in so many places because I messed up and then I was deleting it incorrectly, and that's not a greatest show of skill. And water is also missing, I believe. There'll be one pipe missing somewhere, exactly here. Now here we are missing limestone, actually. What happened to limestone? Oh yeah. There's actually a bunch of missing limestone. Oh, this was a disaster operation. I thought how smooth it would be. But so many missing single belts because of those incorrectly placed, yeah, off by one error. Right, is there any more single tile missing? Like for example here. There's also missing a connector here. Just do a corner here. And I believe there's a slag right here. Be connected right here as well. Alright. I believe water is still not delivering all the way. There's a connector missing here. Oh man. And actually here as well, I can see that. Well, is that it? Yeah, I need to delete the stream from the archive, I think. This is like a the toughest I've ever been on the stream by building a bunch of steam furnaces and fixing single pipes, single tile pipes missing everywhere. Is it working now? I can see everything is producing. No, still. Yep, there's another missing connector here. The rods, alright. Just want to make sure all the rods are connected. I just want to see everything shine, right? Every machine should be working. Here we have extra steam. Of course we do, because there's one more missing. And we don't even have Unity to quick deliver. 0.1 Unity, come on. Who's gonna be faster, Unity or truck? Yeah, you probably need to wait. Oh yeah, I have Unity now. Alright, so how much we should see? We should see 24 times 20. 24 times 20. We should see 480 steel to be produced, and the stream is not gonna finish until I can see 480 steel. Yeah, you can see how kind of dip we took while upgrading this. I really want to see 480 show up on the chart. Yeah, I guess I'm learning the game, huh? More mistakes, more learning. The mistake was to, I guess, not be more careful while pasting and paste it misaligned, and that caused lots of pipes to be not connected properly and all those kind of things. And I destroyed my painting here. Alright. We also not have enough Unity, I think. If we have enough Unity, this all can be done while paused. But I had to wait for trucks to deliver. Whilst a big outage. All right. Do we see 480? Oh yeah, for for a little bit, but then it went down. So there might be some problems with throughput. There might be actually the input that is not keeping up. I'm not sure. What could be a bottleneck here? Oh, water here. Look at that. Oh, we have not enough water. Okay, we have how many water? 12 times 20? So it's 240. Oh yeah, that's actually more than tier 2 pipe. That's right. So we will need to upgrade this pipe to allow more water in. Upgrade this pipe to allow more water out. And upgrade a few of these. Just to let more water into the system. Okay, that's water. I'm not sure how many in you should do. Probably this is probably sufficient. I can see the water. These little windows are kind of nice too. To see the progress of the waterfront. Yeah, let me see if Boba is around. I feel that might be fun to see her around. I'll be right back. Found her. Let's see if she's gonna stay. There she is. Welcome to the stream. And how is the steel going? Steel. Oh yeah, for 80. For some parts, it's a little bit of hiccups. However, what I like to see is that the steel consumption is actually lower now than the production, which eventually mean that the storage should fill up, hopefully. Right, so there was a steel issue that would hopefully solve even our consumer electronics. Oh, everything is actually it's like a screenshot, like, hey, you have low on everything. Every single item for settlement is low. Well, that's no good. It's all because of steel, I think. Because for the household electronics, you can see steel is not keeping up. Same for the consumer electronics. And the medical supplies are a little trickier. I'm not sure what happened to our medical supplies consumption, but it went up. Expanding that would be a little tricky here. Yeah, it's a little tricky here. We'll see. We'll see in a little bit. In the meantime, how is our dumping project? Well, I think the grass needs to be expanded. The mining crew can do all this. The dumping crew. The grass dumping. Oh, there's one more. I cannot overlap these areas for reasons. So the dirt only. Actually, let's put it exactly at the... Can't even reach, okay. Well, this will be nice and lush. I can make a little ramp as usual, so trucks can drive on top of this newly prepared area. All right, now the dirt trucks. Yeah, start in the middle. That's a good idea. I think they're starting near their wherever they pick up. They probably pick up on the on here. Yeah. Very nice. I'm just checking if the steel has any. Nothing's going on in here. Maybe actually the input, right? The iron scrap and iron ore. Yep. Iron scrap and iron ore is not fast enough. Interestingly enough. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, so let's do the math. So how many? I need, I guess, 48 and 36. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think I can do one more injector somewhere here. The belts are not keeping up. I'm even thinking that this one belt might not be enough. Actually. That sounds a little crazy though. Could be. Yeah, these input belts are not... Yeah, I think we need a scaling issue, but I think it's alright. I think once we're just gonna stop producing the vehicles, our vehicles are actually done already. I think that's not gonna steal. Yeah, I think once we fill up the storage, perhaps, I think the consumption can go down. I'm not sure I need to scale up everything. 100%. Belt connection. Anyway, it's all right. Exempt on Twitch was saying something about the train update day that I didn't understood the question correctly. If you mind repeating the question in different words so I can answer if that's still a question. Rahmat saying the performance is so smooth. Well, thank you so much for the compliment. It's it is sometimes if you kind of think about it, right? If you think about what's moving on the screen and it's being simulated, it's thousands or tens of thousands of little individual piles and products and everything on the screen. It's all being simulated kind of smoothly. We put a lot of effort, especially like the conveyor belts are crazy optimized to be as fast as possible. And you don't even realize, for example, that the conveyor belts, stacking. So we actually rendering each of these plates. There's actually three plates on top of each other. They're all different products, all with random offsets. They're all traveling on the conveyor belt, and that's all being rendered in the entire factory. In fact, if you can see in the far, the things don't disappear, basically, on you. They're still there, still being rendered. So yeah, it's a big compliment to us. We spend a lot of time optimizing the rendering and the simulation to be able to do this. Currently, when I'm looking at the factory, basically this is my entire factory, right? So FPS is around 30 at this point. I mean, I'm also streaming, so this takes a little bit of performance away. And it actually should be even better in the update. In the upcoming update, we spend more time optimizing certain things. So it's only going to get better from now. Hopefully. I'm also playing on the max graphics settings. So also if you don't have such a powerful graphics card, and if you lower the settings, it should actually help quite a bit as well. Are there plans to enhance blueprints? Yeah, I think people are doing those kind of stage blueprints. They kind of place one blueprint on top of each other and would like to have things like ability to remove things from version to version or upgrade things. I think it's a neat idea. We just don't have time to do it right now. But I think in the future it could very well be done, because I think it's quite interesting to have like this blueprint which is fully upgraded version of something. Just place on top of each other and then and have it. So I think it's a great idea. It's just a little too much work to do it, while we're doing all the end game stuff. So give us some time. Hopefully we are able to make something like that a reality. Lots of people actually don't even use blueprints. They just play the game kind of, especially for the first time players. They don't have this library, so they're not gonna miss it. But we understand that some players who are veterans would really appreciate those kind of functionalities. So we are not saying no, we're just saying not yet. Basically, that's my answer. Yeah, you can see the damping operations. How's our reforestation? I'll hide the warnings now, not important. They're done? Well, I think they're mostly done. These guys are still going somewhere. There must be some kind of an issue here where they're picking up the saplings from there instead of from here. I'm not quite sure, because the export is allowed. And these guys are picking up actually, so it's... I'm not sure, might be some kind of a... issue. Those are the worst reproduction, because if you kind of go into debug mode and start debugging, and they suddenly start working fine, then sometimes they are working fine, sometimes they're not. It's the worst to debug. They're missing a few more trees here, or maybe not actually. Maybe a few more trees here. We could move them. Let's see, where are you going? Oh yeah, a few more trees on the coast. Yeah, the office needs to be moved. I was thinking we need to move it in this session, but maybe not, because lots of our actually damping operations is not completely busy. I wonder. Yeah, also the copper ore is all clogging up the conveyor belts. Why the bottom conveyor are not going? That's my question. Oh, because there was a bunch of rock on them. Oh dear. Okay, so I can actually do sorter here. Let's flip it. I can filter out rock. And here, remove this product. Okay, this should hopefully... Actually, when we do this, I could even allow to be rock on these belts, right? That's interesting. I haven't thought about that. So if rock is okay on these belts, those are the bottom ones, right? These bottom ones, just make sure. Yes. These bottom ones are coming from here, so these sorters could be the ultimate sorter by outputting both rock and... yeah, there's a way how to optimize these mining operations to be as fast as possible. Maybe I can actually do it here as well, just to make sure we utilize as much as possible this conveyor belt, because that's saving our trucks so many trips. Here is not as simple as I thought. Maybe I can do it here. And here we can probably just do a simple connector. Here probably as well. Maybe just like that. A little ad hoc, but this is all temporary. Which is actually temporary, not like the kind of temporary which is for forever. This is actual temporary, just before we finish our job. Right, so now those sorters should be running all the time. Should increase our production. All right, let me check my steel. Oh yeah, look at that, 480. Perfectly flat. All-time high production of steel. Is it being stored now? It is, in fact, being stored. Right, so steel is fine. This should all kick. All the household supplies to be recovering. Unity is climbing up. It's all good. Prices averted. And if we need one more scaling up, which I don't think we will, but we can start on the bottom here. And kind of make a jump down. I think this should be fine for the rest of the playthrough. Which I thought when we were halfway there. Yeah. Big liquid dumpers question. I am not sure they are on the list currently. I guess it's lower priority. I understand that when you have more dumping requirements, it's a little bit of a... it takes a little bit of a space. Yeah, we don't have currently... I think it's also a matter of, you know, making the 3D models and all that. So that currently we don't have that planned. Maybe they can change last minute, because those things are fairly easy to add when you know, dedicate, I don't know, 3 days specific to that. We will have that. Or have some kind of upgrade, I'm like in-place upgrade, having some kind of just a bigger building here with different color. Could be. Also, one of the reasons we have it like this is that you do have to spend some kind of a, you know, it's sort of like a mechanic. You have to spend some kind of a space on your shoreline. So your shoreline space actually become more valuable, right? because of that. So instead of dumping, maybe you can do something else. But on the other hand, I also understand that, you know, the pipe looks thick enough, so you can dump more than 60. So maybe we can have a tier 2 that can do a tier 2 conveyor belt, which is 200, I believe. So that's an interesting idea. Maybe it could be a low-hanging fruit we can do. As last minute thing. I'll note it down. I know that people, even I was sometimes a little struggling finding space. I believe here I have my emergency dump when the processing of wastewater is not fast enough. And I believe this is not even fast enough at this point. For example, this is 60 and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 times 60 is 660. And my settlement is currently outputting 700 already. So if this were to stop completely, even this cannot keep up with the settlement at this point. Oh, and I don't think I can build any more here. Yeah. Yeah, so see, I can see your pain. I can see, oh, if I could just upgrade these, right? It'd be much, much better. Yeah. Yeah, exactly asking about train updates. So I'm not sure what do you mean, if you mean update 3 or if you mean some kind of update about train mechanics and how they function. We have presented all the things about trains that we thought was kind of the main things. There could be some more details, but currently we are working on the end game. The trains are being finished. I think what you guys haven't seen is the crossing, right? The level crossings have been done, and also we haven't seen the elevated rails, which are quite nice. So you can build the trains. Oh look, they made a yeah. You can build the trains basically at a certain height, which is kind of nice because if you need to traverse some height difference, you can just build the elevated rail instead of trying to level the terrain. It just simplifies things, right? Why is there a big truck assigned here? That was from the mining operations. No longer needed. I'm doing it because I think I want to expand this ramp. Oh, there was a mistake here. Oh no. Meant to do it this way. Maybe I can build the retaining walls here. Would that look okay? I'm not sure. I wonder if we do this, there's gonna be a little hole there. Probably okay. A little bit of retaining wall here. Oh no, that's not what I meant. Oh no. There's a little step down. Didn't see that. Like that. Oh, they're dumping the iron ore here. Oh, great. Where did you guys get the iron ore? Oh, I think they got it from here. That's the closest. I guess, sure. Yeah, let's use some iron ore to make a little ramp here. I know, half of you guys are probably turning their heads like, well, what's wrong with this guy? Dumping perfectly good, actually copper ore, not even iron ore. Yeah, perfectly good copper ore. Yeah, we no longer care about ores from the island. We are leveling, in leveling mode. Too much copper ore and iron ore to process. Look at the beautiful colors though. Looks kind of nice. You can also, I think, build a few more trucks. Maybe this is gonna be a few more of these, maybe. Yeah, it's good. All right, how's our reforestation? These guys are probably done. That's right. So we can continue here. And the cool thing about this is I think I can just remove these and let it be a normal trees which are not meant to be cut at all. All right, that's our... It's going to take a while, but I think the reforestation is slightly faster than the dumping of the material in the crater, so we are safe there, I think. Next issue is the exhaust scrubbers. For me, yeah, I mean, that's actually a good point. Do I need more exhaust scrubbers? Should we do the math? The thing is, those furnaces are doing quite a bit of exhaust, right? Those oxygen furnaces. I'm actually quite surprised, yeah, that there's no... We had so much extra capacity. I guess we did. So we've added 4 blocks. That's quite a bit actually. 36 plus 6. That's 42. It's 168 of exhaust. Okay, so we basically added 1 more scrubber worth. I think it's alright. I have this smokestack, which is the overflow. So whenever this is smoking, I know that it is, I need more capacity, basically. I don't see it smoking, so it's probably fine. I probably had just enough of extra capacity. I think so. They are just barely not working all the time. And also, I think as actually might have been as the steel backs up now, the furnaces are not completely busy, right? So actually, let me quickly check the exhaust. If I was dumping it. No, I don't think I was dumping. I'm dumping 0, right? So I haven't even dumped single exhaust. So it was not. It was always enough, which is fine. Well, that's great then. I also have lots of CO2. Making graphite from CO2 here. Lots of factories here. Quite a good injection to the graphite production that we need. Not sufficient enough, but good extra, right? Which is definitely good. Yeah. Oh, we have a... I believe it's our kind of sickness, probably. Those are supplies. Yeah. Medical supplies. I'm not sure what happened here. Like, there was a huge jump in the need for supplies that I can't quite explain. See, like, it went from 25k to be 32k. Couple, like, 25 years ago, maybe last episode. What happened last episode that I suddenly need so many more supplies? It's a huge... That couldn't be even from more people, right? This is a huge jump. I'm not sure what happened here. Oh, where's our... It's here. You know, in the medical supplies, I was more interested in the consumption, right? So if you look at the... Don't worry about the production, just the consumption, which, you know, it's been steady. It's been increasing little by little, but suddenly there was this one jump here, and then second jump here. In the settlement consumption, right? I'm not quite sure how that works. I mean, here was when we introduced the supply, so it's fine. It's gonna steadily growing, and there's 2 big jumps. Now, this should be settlements consumption that shouldn't involve moving of trucks and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. The long story short is that we are not making enough, and I'm not sure if I'm in the business of scaling this up to include more, because I would need to scale everything up. I think I would need to scale everything. Let's basically double this up, make this one once more. Or actually, I could upgrade certain things. So okay, so I could upgrade chemical plant. I could upgrade assembly. I cannot upgrade this. I would have to add fermentation tanks. Could upgrade this. I cannot upgrade this though. Right, so I would have to build this. Yes. The acid is probably fine. Acid is fine, yes. So yeah, it's a kind of mixed bag. It's not a clean cut. I would have to add some more of these. I could upgrade some of these. I think ammonia can be also... How much ammonia we would need? Oh, we need it for here as well. Yes, okay. Yes, it'll mix back, yeah, so we could have upgraded a bunch. I'm not sure. What's going on here? We are making oxygen. Why are we making oxygen here? With the hydrogen. Right. We could have actually used our oxygen and hydrogen here in the pipeline. Actually, there is only oxygen here. There's no hydrogen. Yeah, so maybe next episode, maybe I can slightly redesign this to expand. We don't even need to double the production. We just need to plus 50%, I think. Would be sufficient. Yeah. All right. Anything else? We are still actually having not a good time. And is it because of production issues or because of trucking issues, logistics issues? My question. Where are we making those rocking chairs? Over here. Oh yeah, it is totally a trucking issue. We make more trucks? I guess we're making more trucks now. I have paused these assemblers because of steel issues. Yeah, I can actually destroy the storage. No longer necessary. All right, how is our... I think this mixed material is so successful. I should probably do it here as well, because it really enhances the throughput. Just look at the other half is barely used. But the first half is used much more because of that, because I can allow mixed. So I think we will accelerate our progress by allowing that. So let's do that. Maybe I can do it here. And here's gonna be filtering actually the copper ore instead of rock. I'm just curious if there was some rock leaking in on the output already. No, there was not. Okay. Just making sure. Now copper ore will go... over here. I think we can do even this. And actually, I should probably put this after the splitter. Yeah, here would be good. All right, so that's the bottom two. Now the top two. I think the easiest would be maybe to make little bit of a not sure how to call this even. A go around. Here we can connect maybe even to this. I want to connect to the zipper, to this connector, because it has unlimited throughput. So that's gonna allow limited throughput into there. Okay, so now we can allow copper and rock to be everywhere, which just copy the setting here and paste it everywhere. And I think this one is no longer gonna work. Cannot have inline storage at this point. That's more like it. Look at that. That's a little more. And I can even unpause these. And these can even have copper and... Do they need copper? I think they do. So copper can go on A. Oh yeah, that totally is gonna help these guys to operate properly. I wonder if there is a statistic for kind of dumped. Can I see dumped? Kind of fluctuating a lot. This dump statistic. And mining and dumping is all-time high for copper. We are mining 32k copper per year. And I would hope by doing whatever I just done, this should go even higher, probably. We'll see. There's going to be a little bottleneck here because of this one belt. But that's alright. Yeah, once there's going to be rock mixed in, it's going to even out. I wonder if we can see the increased rate somewhere. Very noisy data. All right, the dirt is done. Let me dump more dirt. All right, little ramp here, ramp here. The reforestation is, are these guys done? Not yet. Progressing very quickly, actually. I'm waiting for the time when the office collapses and our entire island will fold because of our edicts gonna stop working, and we have lots of edicts that, especially the recycling, I think, maintenance reducer as well. I mean, everything, I think, water saver as well. It's gonna be interesting, huh? I'll just I'll see. Still a little bit off. Storm is liking the Saturday stream. Well, thanks. I appreciate hanging around. You know, I don't know. Initially, I was not even thinking to be streaming for this further in the game. I mean, this is actually a ridiculous factory that we built on the stream. Here, I've never made this big factory before ever, and it's been fun. It's been some time invested, but I think it's a couple hours a week. I think it's all right to invest, and we'll see what happens after update and how busy I'm gonna be. But I think we could, if you guys like it, we can try to make it work, and we can either use this island to start all the new stuff, or perhaps start a new map and use all the trains properly. Because I was still kind of thinking how to incorporate trains here, and if you haven't planned, it's kind of hard. And also when you start with trains and with other things, the design will be completely different from what you can do. I was also thinking maybe if there was a map which was kind of requiring trains, that would be nice to kind of play that map. I think we can do some kind of showcase. People asking about showcase update 3 before the launch, so we can certainly on the stream maybe a couple weeks or 2 weeks before launch or stuff like that, we can switch to update 3 on this save and do stuff here. So maybe use show the late game stuff on our already late game factory, so we don't need to spend another 3 months getting there. But then after that bit launches, I might take a little bit of a rest, but then we can resume maybe on the new map if you guys would be interested. I think that would be certainly something that I'd be happy to do if we have some new exciting map to try to stress test the trains, right? I was always saying that this is basically kind of a testing the game in a real scenario, right, without cheating, and having that, for example, for trains and for the other things, the space would be definitely useful, I think, for everyone, useful for us as developers, and maybe some entertainment for you guys as well. So yeah, all goes well. It's I'm glad that you are enjoying and you're hanging around. Yeah, someone in settlement is a thief. That's right. Somebody's stealing my medical supplies. One thing I was kind of thinking how this kind of jump could be explained. Sometimes maybe it's a little far-fetched, but sometimes when you have like a low consumption per person and you're multiplying some kind of small number with large numbers, sometimes the rounding gets funny. Instead of kind of having like a smooth slope line, you're kind of having the same and then kind of jumps and then still same and then jumps. Maybe some kind of rounding issue, but it's not likely. I'm not sure what would be causing such a big jump. Maybe I can go back in my saves and see exactly what happened, or I'm not sure how to even debug this. But it doesn't feel right that there's such a big jump. If there was a little jump without a little more people, I would expect that. But there was quite a big jump here. That's what kind of concerns me. So maybe in the future, if I have time, I can go and figure out exactly what's going on. We are still missing silicon. So that's a new one. Seriously? What happened? Oh, there is something funny going on with silicon, huh? We used to be doing very well. Okay, what's going on here? Exhaust? Exhaust out of all the things? Oh, you know what? Isn't that maybe the same thing as we did for the... Oh, I bet what it is. We connected the furnaces to this pipe which was already stretched. I bet that's what it is. It'll be this pipe. Oh yes. This little connection made us actually halt our silicon production. That's amazing. Oh man, this whole exhaust thing is becoming exhausting. Maybe we can do a little bit of a early connection here. And maybe that's why our exhaust didn't go over, because we were not even able to go through the pipes. Let's do one more block. I think it just fits. This go away. I think there's no reason not to just add block because we have space. This should be easy. Actually, the block is like this, right? Yeah. Instead of just figuring out what's wrong and what's not wrong, just add new block. In this case, it's just so easy. What we can do, we can grab this. In fact, we can the exhaust is coming in here. We can certainly basically inject half of this tier 3 pipe early into here. In a way. Easy solution. And we have Unity. We just build this. Alright, let's get scrubbing. Yeah, see, this is one of the reasons, for example, a tier 4 pipe was you know, it's necessary because, or not necessary, but it would be very nice to have because, for example, here I am already at max capacity of this balancer, and I could make a new balancer maybe here. It's also possible. Of course, everything is solvable, but it'd be just nice to, you know, exhaust. Come on, more exhaust. It's gonna be stored, cannot be put in the trains. It's much harder to balance. Like water, I can build a big storage here and have some balancing through there. But for the exhaust, it's not possible. So tier 4 pipes for exhaust would be perfect. Yeah. Hopefully our turbines here have enough capacity to process the extra steam. We'll see that later. Let's make sure silicon is... oh yeah, silicon is recovering. Look at that. Perfect. I think it would be also nice to have some kind of a... like a warning system on the valve when the valve gets full. Kind of like a valve check. Kind of like a one-by-one little entity that can warn me. Like a storage, but, you know, on a conveyor belt. Or on conveyor belt or pipe. We need to be able to, for example, for the exhaust, I cannot build a storage and have it warn me. I would like some kind of a monitoring entity. Would be nice. She's just asking if there's any reason to not bury pipes. The reason is it's you know, once something happens to the pipes or once you accidentally delete them, you can put them back, I guess. So if you bury your pipes and something, you accidentally delete them, then you can't go back. It's harder to upgrade them when you don't see them. It's burying pipes is kind of a borderline supported feature. It's supported, but it's not meant to be for casual players. We are hoping to have a better system later where you could maybe even build underground pipes and having something that you could upgrade them and you can properly do all the things with pipes that currently you can do. But it's kind of a, if you have kind of final build in your mind, you can use bury pipes. That's great, but then it's really labor intensive. So if you like the labor, and you can put it in. I currently prefer to be able to modify things on the fly and just put pipes on the surface, so that it is not a, yeah, it's a little borderline feature. We actually, the history is that it was a bug that we forget to check transports, and you could bury all the transports underground, and obviously conveyor belts were not, it was ridiculous. So we fixed it, and then suddenly people told us that all the pipes that they're buried suddenly don't work, and so we kind of put it back. You guys hear that? There's a trying to get attention. Coco, what do you say? Hello? Yeah, so the pipes were kind of it was a bug, and we kind of kept it in the game so we can bury it. So that's kind of where we are at. He matches my outfit pretty good. Meow. Yeah, well, some people put lots of pipes underground. I mean, it makes sense. But we just need some better system of being able to, put them on the ground, edit them, and if you accidentally delete them, you can put them back, or if you want to upgrade them, right? And all those kind of things. If you want to, build a balancer underground or something, I don't know, you can't do that, right? Easily. So, yeah, it's really a preference. It looks really cool. For example, I think here I was wishing I could go underground because the FBRs, I make a wall of FBRs here, and I couldn't cross. The only way to cross was this one little gap. You can see the gap is full at this point. I was wishing like, oh man, I just wish I could go underground here to kind of traverse big rows of buildings. So it's really cool to put them on the ground, but it's really, you have to dig it, you have to build the pipe, then dump the dirt on top of it, and then you can build. It really requires lots of planning. You have to be really ready to commit if you do that. But if you make the extra effort, it looks really cool. So. I guess once, as I'm covering, basically I'm covering one extra tile with dirt here, I could plan all the pipelines and everything on this level and then dump the dirt and have them hidden. That'd be cool, but I guess I missed the train. That was, I should have done that before I've dumped all the dirt. I think here we used to have pipe underground, but then it was, I fixed it. Yeah. So yeah, that was underground pipes and tunnels in general, right? Not even for pipes, but as you say, for vehicles would be sometimes quite convenient to be able to tunnel through. Maybe here, tunnel through a mountain. How nice would that be if I could do that? So that's a feature. I think maybe some kind of a future update or something. Yeah, talking about future updates and stuff, I've seen at the very beginning of the chat, I think I forgot to answer. There are people asking about some extra DLC for support, and lots of people are wanting to support us, which I really appreciate that you are even saying that. We're not sure if we want to do more like a DLC for support. Not sure, obviously here and on Discord, lots of people are hardcore fans and really like the game and would be happy to support us even more. I'm not sure if that's true in the general population. If the average gamer who is not on Discord, not on stream, and would see a bunch of 2 DLCs, an early access game, would be maybe not happy or not would be thinking that we are trying to pull off some kind of a a strange thing, which we are not, but they don't know the history, they don't know us. And that's the majority of people right on Steam. They are not present necessarily in any of these things. So we're not sure if we wouldn't necessarily kind of want to present ourselves like, you know, having a bunch of support DLCs instead of having perhaps DLCs that are actually, you know, fully featured. So we're not sure. And if we had such DLC, we're wondering what else we could offer, because we don't have, obviously, we don't want to spend too much time kind of crafting DLCs which are for support. We would rather spend the time on making the game better for everyone. So some small things are obviously, especially like graphical things, you know, while we are coding, the graphic artists can do something extra. That's it's fairly easy to do. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll be interesting to hear from you guys. What do you think about extra kind of support or DLC too? Obviously, any extra support we would get, we would invest in the game, right? We would hire more artists, hire more engineers. It would definitely help. We are not as popular as other games so far, so the finances were quite stretched. Like we would be able to hire, you know, more engineers at this point to work on the game. But if the update 3 is success, or if we have some more extra support from other things, that could certainly change. We're definitely kind of bottleneck on the engineering. The 3D graphics is a little easier because it's easier to outsource. So we have some contractors which are not full-time. So we can go to them, kind of ask, hey, we need extra models. And once we are done, we are done for now. But the engineering, it's really hard to offload. We have to have a full-time engineers. And the longer they are with us, the more productive they become, right? So it's short-term hires are not working for the engineering department. Yeah, cosmetic DLCs, or some special things. Yeah, we are thinking that if we ever do anything like support or DLC, it probably shouldn't add any major mechanics to the game, right? It should be just kind of you know, something like the previous DLC, right? Something simple, something that doesn't really change the game as it is, but kind of nice to have things, late game things. We could do that. It's interesting. Maybe some more statues. I don't know. Statue of train speed. If you build it, your train's gonna go faster. I don't know. Something silly like that. We can do that as well. But also, it's a time thing. So we would have to make sure that we are not. We have time for all of that. And just put more dirt here. Yeah, that's right, diamond. So the normal supporter pack has a gold everything, and the next one has a diamond. We also have sapphire, which I thought maybe like a sapphire floor would be hilarious to do something like that, or housing. I'm not sure. Yeah, skins are something that we are also exploring, that maybe people would like to, maybe instead of DLC, people would just like to buy some skins for, you know, trucks and for some buildings perhaps. The trouble with skins for buildings is we have so many buildings. So if we maybe have a theme of a, you know, certain kind of skin, we would have to have the theme for tens or hundreds of buildings, which is not feasible. So I'm not sure if you want to have a skin for arc furnace, how would that look like? I mean, this is looking like arc furnace already. I'm not sure how different we can make it look while keeping the same layout and everything. So skins for buildings are tough. Maybe storages could be interesting. You know, storages could be certainly different looks. Yeah, lots of people having ideas. Yeah, UI skin, that's right. For $5 extra, you're gonna get new UI, otherwise you're stuck on the old one. Yeah. Now the UI it's been big change, and I think we haven't even presented properly in our blog posts. The UI has been really big effort. It's been like a writing a new game, honestly. It's been completely rewritten basically from scratch. And not only it looks better, but we also took the time to improve the presentation of the things. I think one of the good examples were, for example, farms, right? If you look at the farm right now, not only there's a scroll bar now, which is I have a small resolution for the stream, but it's lots of information presented. It's overwhelming potentially for new players, and we have put extra effort to not only convert it in UI but also organize information better. I think farm now we have, for example, a progress bar that goes there, so you can see how far it is in, right? You don't need to do a math in your head how many months are left. We have turbines being a huge improvement. I think now turbines are a little confusing what's going on in the turbine right now. I think we went back to the classical recipe view in the turbine, which basically shows it as if it was like an assembler, right? Assembler, huge improvement. We no longer have this big list here. We will have only the select recipes and like a plus button. You can add recipes to here, so it's no longer this crazy scrolling wall of stuff. So I think we should do definitely potentially a blog post just on the UI, so you guys can all see the improvements and differences. And yeah, it's been, I think half of the time or maybe third of the time for the entire update was just the UI. It's been, I think 2 engineers work for 6 months was the UI. And it sounds a lot, sounds like a lot, but we have so many screens. I forget the number. It's like 40 different screens, like different windows, like sorting plan. That's a custom UI, right? Maintenance depot, that's a custom UI. Launchpad, that's a custom UI. Vehicle depot, that's a custom UI, right? There's so many different kind of UIs. You know, there's storage, there's research lab. There is so many of these. Machines are mostly similar. All the machines have the similar UI. But then turbines are different, right? It's a different machine. Generator, again, something different, you know. Similar small things like rainwater harvester. I mean, it's small, but it has to be done, right? It has to be converted, it has to be made. Farms, obviously. Things like statues, right? All those kind of UI. I think also one thing we improved, we have those priorities sticking out, which is not ideal. We incorporated this in the rectangular window, so nothing is sticking out. You know, all these loose modules, ships, so many. If you think about it, there's really a lot of different screens, which, you know, they sometimes feel the same, but they're not in terms of how they work. So yeah, settlement, this is a big one actually. Settlement UI has been reworked now, much more easier. I can't show you, but maybe, yeah, let's do a stream closer to the release and I can show you all those things, and maybe we can build some trains and stuff like that. I think that'd be great. Yeah, well, you're thinking the new UI could have like a different basically the new UI could have a skin for if you buy if you're like a supporter, you can have like a, you know, golden or diamond, just for fun, right? I mean, the supporter edition is meant to be just for you guys if you want to support us extra, and obviously the stuff you're getting is just kind of a little funny things. It's not game breaking. Any thoughts about adding platinum or rare earth metals? Maybe in the future we are adding titanium, which is a little bit rarer than other metals we have. But potentially, yeah. Yeah, of course, the UI, I'm sure there might be some kind of a, I would say, initial shock. Maybe if you are really used to the old UI. I mean, it's working. It's very well presented, usually. But it's could be a little kind of time adjustment, especially when you're used to the old UI. But we strongly believe that the new UI is much better in all directions. So we hear your feedback, of course. So resizable UI, currently we don't have resizable UI. We were working on the pinning mechanism, so you can pin a window and kind of keep it there, but then there were some technical issues, so we are keeping that maybe for later, but pinning is an option for the future. It's not completely out of the way. So maybe if we have extra time, or maybe after the update when things stabilize, we can add little things like pinning windows. That's definitely possible. Yeah. Yeah, the problem with DLCs and microtransaction is the pay to win. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not gonna want to have anything pay to win, and I mean, even here it's a single player game. I mean, if you're paying to win anyway, I feel like it's I think it's a little different from like a competitive multiplayer games, right, versus a single player game, because here you are competing against yourself mostly. But definitely we don't want to be putting anything like a critical features in the supporter DLCs. They're mostly for supporters to kind of have a fun stuff, right? So yeah. Yo, thanks for all the nice words and for all the support. People saying that map pack would be extra. Could be, yeah. Could be if people would be interested in having extra maps. But the thing is, also our game has a pretty good map editor, so lots of maps can be made by community, but it also takes a lot of time and effort to make good maps. So maybe we could do, maybe the support version 2 could have extra maps as well. I'm not sure what's happening with my water at this point. I'll just leave it be. Yeah, and if you have more ideas about that, feel free to jump on our Discord or Reddit or Steam forums about this and see, because some people, if we say, oh, you want to make another DLC, some people are like, hey, stop making DLCs, make the game leave early access, which we're working on it, but that's going to take a couple more updates, because obviously there are things which are unfinished, like the world map. Like this is obviously early access content, and I hope you guys understand that. Yeah, so yeah, we definitely want some kind of a, if you guys support us, we want to give you something in return. We just don't want to take like donations for sake of donation, right? That doesn't seem right. If you guys want to donate extra things, we would like to give you something extra in return. So that's the reason we are kind of thinking how to make all this all work. Yeah, I know the dollar per hour in this game, some people have a very good ratio. I know that I can see the Steam statistics, and you can see basically like the long tail, right? How many players play more than, let's say, 100 hours. I think Steam gives, and the 100 is the biggest, is the top bracket they have in the UI, and I believe it's 20% or something similar to that. So 20% players played more than 100 hours. So if you divide, the game price, divide by 100 hours, that's a fairly good price per hour of entertainment. And some people, I'm sure, have 1,000 hours, and Mark in chat has all 1,500 hours. So definitely you're getting a virtually free entertainment at this point, which is quite nice. But yeah, we'll think about it if we can let you guys basically donate some more and get something extra in return. I think it'd be nice, but we have to think about it. We don't want to rush it. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, exempt is 1,300 hours. Yeah, that's crazy. What's mine actually? I can look at my Steam real quick. Oh yeah, I'm at Steam. It says 400 for me, but I'm usually, I'm obviously when it's testing in the Unity framework, it doesn't count the Steam hours. So basically, 400 would be just this stream and maybe a little bit of testing outside of that. So that's still quite a bit, I think. If you think about it, I think stream was probably like 300, and then 100 is from testing. Well, all right, folks. I think that's going to be it for today. I appreciate your generosity and sharing all the opinions. Yeah, so many people sharing over 1,000. That's yeah. I'm sure we have all the big fans on the stream here who are here. So I hope you're gonna find another extra entertainment update 3, and it's gonna be it for today. Thanks again for joining in. I was hoping today we can demolish our Captain office. Turns out that our sorting of conveyor belts were the bottleneck. Now we are all getting full speed again at all 8 conveyors. all at full speed. So we are back in business. And we started reforesting. And we will continue next time with the reforestation. In fact, before I leave, I can just do one more square here. Just before I leave, just to let these guys work. While sometimes I let it play before the stream. So I can just don't need to think about it. Just let these guys work. Very nice. All right. Well, thank you, folks. And I'll see you next week. Bye.